Give you a tour of my 1989 Fox Body Mustang. Let me give you the backstory of why I got this car, how I got it, and I guess maybe what my plans are with it. In my earlier teen years, I was pretty big into Volkswagens. The Golf R was actually my dream car, and still love it. Would still love to rip one. My love for Mustangs started when I was, I don't know, I'd say probably 17 years old. Just got my driver's license and I was driving a Honda Civic, and I still enjoy European cars. I have a Volkswagen Jetta, but the more I started studying and learning about the Mustang, specifically the Fox bodies, I don't know, I wanted to have one someday, and my goal was always to have my own Fox body Mustang before the age of 30. So I bought this car August 6, 2024. So I've had it for a year now. And I was 27 at the time. So I reached that goal, which was pretty awesome. I have to thank some friends of mine for helping me get this thing so quickly, the way the deal came up. But yeah, I saw the car on Marketplace. It ended up selling, and I found the guy who bought it. And the reason that I wanted this car was because I've always loved the notchback. Hatchback is pretty common and they're usually less money, but there's something about the full trunk, and if any of you know Fox body Mustangs, you'll know notchback versus hatchback. But the notchback has the full trunk, and yeah, I've always liked it. Personal preference, but I like it. This one has frame connectors welded in already. That was a huge thing for me. And it came with a 5-liter. So it's the 302, it's fuel injected, and yeah, I think they started fuel injection in 1987 or 1988, I forget. This is an 89, so it was at least the second or third year of fuel injection. Motor had aftermarket heads, cam, intake. Supposed to be making around 300, I'm gonna say 320, 340 power at the crank, so let's say 275 at the wheels. So yeah, it was cool. It's a 5-speed manual. It came with a street strip tire on it. Looked kind of cool. Paint job is nothing special, as you'll see soon, but it had some of the features that I was after. Didn't think I would be doing anything to the car for at least 3-4 years. Not much of a mechanic. I have great friends who are good at fixing cars, but I've just always been the guy that's standing there with a Pepsi in my hand watching them. So I was just excited to drive the car. It had a few issues. The clutch cable broke soon after I got it, and then the transmission actually started going on me. So I started YouTubing how to change the transmission. I ordered a transmission. It's a T5, same thing that it had, but this one is somewhat built, different gearing, and it's supposed to be able to handle 430 horsepower to the rear wheels. I'm just starting to sweat here because in Ontario it's Canada's Florida, so just dealing with the humidity. I changed the transmission, got that figured out, and then in December of 2024, which is not even a year ago, I just found this motor on Marketplace. It's a 351 Windsor, which is a 5.8 liter Ford motor that they had in some of the trucks and some of the big cars. I think maybe the Ford Galaxy or the Ford Fairlane. They came with a 351 Windsor. This motor has heads, cam, intake, pistons, and I'll show you the motor in a bit. But I was fired up. I'm like, that'd be sick. Put that in my car. So I posted my motor for sale, my 302 that was in the car, posted it for sale, and somebody bought it. And I had never removed a motor in my life, and my motor was sold, so only option was to get the motor out. A lot of YouTube videos, and I got it out in good condition. So that was a success. I sold the motor, and then I picked up the 351 Windsor, and I've spent the last 8 months kind of tinkering with it, and the motor's in, car's running and driving, but it's not fine-tuned. And so in the whole process over the past year of learning about cars, fixing things, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, and that's kind of what got me fired up to see if I could start making some videos that might be helpful for people. And not only that, but just fun to watch. I love watching other YouTubers, car content, whatever it is, just people's regular, raw, genuine footage of life. It can get boring quickly, I realize that, but my intention is just to create videos that are at least somewhat interesting to watch. So I think the car is probably the more exciting thing that I have right now, so a lot of it's going to be based around the car. Once I get this thing dialed in, fine-tuned, I hope to do some friendly drag racing with my friends who've got similar builds, some way more powerful, but it'll just be fun and we can have fun nights at the track. So let's take a look and I'll show you the beast. Alright, why don't we start at the front. And I'm just gonna say my shop's a mess. My car is very dirty. This is raw footage. No intentions of trying to make it look better than it is. So this is the 351 Windsor that I picked up on Marketplace. It has trick flow heads on it, aluminum heads. It has the Edelbrock Torquer 2 intake manifold that you can see there. It looks pretty dirty. And this is actually a brand new carb. It's an ATM 750 CFM XRB, so it's a billet block race carb, so it's got no choke. So far I really like it, but there you can see the logo. Can't say that I've tested it too much. I had a bunch of issues with brackets fitting, so this is a brand new power steering pump. I wanted to run V-belts. I just think that they look cool. Brand new timing chain cover, brand new water pump, new pulleys, and then this is the old alternator that I had on the other motor. This is a new Champion Rad with dual electric Mishimoto fans. This distributor works with my MSD 6AL box and a Screamin' Demon coil. Pretty basic stuff. I had to get the BBK long tube headers in order to fit the exhaust in the Fox body with this motor. So I ordered them from LMR, I think. I forget exactly where they came from. But yeah, that's the motor. Nothing too crazy. I want to dyno it, but I'm hoping it's making around 400 at the wheels, maybe 375. My fuel system is still a stock tank, but I ran an 8AN fuel line all the way to the front. I changed the fuel pump, so I bought a pickup tube that goes on the top of the tank, and then I changed the fuel pump to, it's a quick fuel. It comes up to my regulator, which then regulates it to my PSI that I need. I'll try not to fall here. There you can see the paint difference. The front fenders are, it looks like somebody spray bombed it. It's got some scratches, but I've got the Weld aluminum wheels sitting on 165/80 with a 15-inch wheel. Not a big deal, that's not important. The back tires are the Mickey Thompsons. They're the ET Street R's, and they're a 275/50 R15. Sitting on the Weld aluminum wheels as well. So this is the notchback, like I said, the full trunk. And the interior is the gray cloth seats, black plastics. I don't know if that's an aftermarket thing because I didn't know you could get those stock. I put in this Hearst shifter boot and shifter knob also wired in, which this is not complete. My shifter light will be mounted here, but my RPM gauge, tach meter, my oil pressure gauge, and my water temp. And then I was working at getting my AFR gauge. It's wired in, it's just not mounted anywhere. I wired in a fuel pump switch so I can keep my fuel pump off if my key's on, which it looks like it was. Fired up, battery will be dead. That sucks, but anyways. And then that up there is just a vacuum gauge that I have hooked up to the intake manifold because I'm doing some testing. So, and the back, it's got a seat back there. Yeah, that's a pretty basic tour of the old Fox. I have to put a spark plug in, and then I'm gonna fire it up and we'll do a little walk around. So I'm just gonna tell you guys that this thing has some pretty bad exhaust leaks. I just haven't got them welded yet. It's because I was trying to piece exhaust together, but I figured I'd at least let you hear it. Yeah, it's running okay, but it'll get better yet. Anyways, oh yeah, love to hear it run. All right, thanks for viewing my car. Like I said before, it's nothing to write home about. It needs a lot of work, little things, but that's the fun. That's the fun of having an oldie but a goldie. Alrighty. Take care, and hopefully I can make some more content if I figure out this editing thing. It's tough, but we're doing it.